You've had the idea for the podcast for a while, but you're scared about how you're going to make it happen. We've made it easy for you, and that's exactly what we talk about in this episode today. Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Be the Hero of Your Brand. I'm Ben.
And I'm Rachel.
And we're the podcast people and the team here at your video team.
Is it working?
It is working.
I see it. It's just in the corner of my eye, so it's not distracting, but I can see it working.
You can see it working, yeah? It's cool, isn't it?
I do not approve, though.
Why not approve?
Of course I approve. It's amazing. And one of those really annoying things that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this was a good investment.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what we're talking about,
sorry,
it's because we have taken the time to invest into the business and make podcasting, video podcasts, a heck of a lot easier.
Well, we obviously offer podcasting as a service. If you didn't know, why didn't you know? How did you not know? This is what we talk about, right? And our speciality is turning podcasts into content, but we also love to teach it, and we love for you to be empowered, because ultimately, like with any job, anything out there, you are capable of doing it yourself.
Yeah.
With anything in the world, not just this, anything, you are capable. You're an amazing person. So you just need the tools to do it. So we've created those tools, found those tools. So now...
And give you the space.
And well, yeah, ultimately, now you can just come here. The cameras are all set up. The studio's all set up. You just record and it does all the editing for you, because it cuts from mic to mic to mic to mic to mic.
Yeah, it's a system called video follows audio, or video follows speaker, however you want to call it. So when your volume on the microphone hits a certain level, and we are recording the editing software as well as we're doing it through so the ATEM is there. It's all plugged into. Yeah, well, that's our studio deck over there. That's what I'm going to call it. I've just made that name up. There's the studio deck over there.
Oh, cool. Duly noted. I'm almost a little bit afraid to talk, because I'm like, well, you're talking now and you're explaining, so it's on you. And then if I talk, it flicks to me, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to interrupt. I will interrupt you.
Mean you're going to give me time? Okay.
No. And then that software is going, I can see it smoking already, going, what's going on?
Well, it's set up to be how you want it to be. So I could have it wait for longer if I want it to hold on to a person. So as soon as it cuts, I decide how long that wait's going to be before it's allowed to cut again. Okay. So, but I have set it up to like a very short, I think about half a second. That is potentially the longest it would hold, but it is to be consistently putting the person speaking it on screen with that little J cut, which is a editing cut. So obviously you could cut straight down the middle, and as soon as you start talking, it'll cut to you then. But a little J cut just means that you talk for a tiny half a second and then it cuts to you.
Oh, so it's like that anticipation of like, oh, where we go? Oh, it's going over there. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
J cuts and L cuts, you probably see them in films. You do see them in films all the time.
Okay.
But it is that either the audio leads you into it, or the audio the audio leads you into the visual, or the visual leads you into the audio.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and it's because it's shaped like an L on the edit in.
Oh, I was just about to ask why J or L, but okay, that's what you see on your timeline when you're editing. Got
editing geeky stuff.
Oh, woohoo. And I'm the professional idiot that then has to ask these questions.
Well, that's it. That's another reason why I've got you on here, not decided to talk about it myself. Like I say, we are recording the editing system as it happens.
That's not the reason you've got me on here. This is our podcast. Don't.
Oh, the reason that we're doing an episode about it,
right,
is because you're the professional idiot, and you can ask me the questions.
Oh, it seems different when you say it. Screw you. Call me an idiot.
Well, deal with it.
That is my USP. I'm just a professional idiot.
Really, I want to do an episode where I can geek out about editing stuff and video stuff and things like that, and you will ask me those questions and probably tell me off at some point.
And there is well, it's not a podcast without that, is it? But also what I love, so we've gone for the simple 2-camera setup here.
Yes.
We could add more cameras to this, because there have been moments already when I'm like, oh my God, what's the camera doing? Is it going between us? Because we're both kind of talking, laughing, reacting, which is normal for conversation.
Yes.
And that's when you could add in the wide angle. And that's when we're both in shot at the same time.
Yeah, so 2-shot or wide shot, it's going to be that kind of thing where you have a third camera, and you can make the settings so it would cut to the wide when we are both talking. So if both are hitting this peak, cut to the wide.
Okay. What's a 2-shot?
2-shot where 2 people are in shot.
Oh, that was just okay.
So you could have a wide which kind of gets a lot more of the scene in, or a 2-shot where it's just the 2 people and not much of the scene.
Quite quickly behind my head and your head, or a wide where you've got like all the curtains and the studio.
Yeah, well,
you might actually capture our
So
whole...
when the Rookie CEO come in here, they do a 2-shot and a wide shot because they bring 2 of their own cameras, which could also fit into this system as well.
They have a 4-camera setup.
They have a 4-camera setup, and they put one up high and like capture everything.
Like a
that's going on.
BTS one.
Kind of like a BTS one.
Sick, I like
So
that.
yeah.
So we give them 2, they bring 2.
Yeah.
And then they have it all just... And or it can.
It can.
It can be.
I only set up the cutting for the 2 cameras,
Yeah.
but that's just because
Well, they were trying it, weren't they?
that's
They were seeing...
our setup, and I probably still would have the wide angle as a safety.
Because there are ways, and is this the right way? So technically, when I'm talking, you could still edit so that you're on the screen with me. I'm kind of hoping now I'm making him have to do this in edit, right? That when I'm talking, we're both on screen. There is that obvious divide down the middle of the screen, but you merge both shots together.
Yeah, I'll do that as well in editing, post production, but also. I've got a third camera in the room, but that's just recording that screen. That's not plugged into the ATEM because I don't have a reason to cut away to it until I want to show an example.
Oh, so you're recording a third angle right now. That's literally just recording what did you call it? The deck?
The studio deck, yeah.
The studio deck, this new thing that you've just
brand new
named.
word. I remembered it though.
Yeah, I got deck.
Ask me tomorrow.
So you're recording the studio deck so that post-edit, although the majority of this is done for you, you can then cut away to that shot should you wish to.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
But also because of the ATEM, so we're using the Blackmagic ATEM Mini ISO Pro. Might have been too many words. No, that was right.
Okay.
The A10 Mini ISO Pro, that records every input that it has, which has 4 inputs.
Okay.
Okay, so you might have 4 cameras. You might do 2 cameras and like you might have another laptop plugged into it if you're doing examples or you want to show B-roll throughout, or you want to cut 2 things. So when we do live events, we have cut-ins that come in, or VTs, you might know them as.
Like adverts and...
Well, not adverts, but like additional bits to give more to the show. So we're working with esports motor racing, but they've got driver profile videos, so we will be dropping them in, but we've done that through an external...
It's on your on another laptop or another screen.
So that can be an input on there.
Which would potentially as well, if you've got a lineup of those, like, right, we're going to introduce the next 5 racers, for argument's sake, as the host of the show, I can be like, boom, I can get up and go for a wee while that's running.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
I'm not hosting that one. No, I'm not.
No.
I don't know enough about that.
No, they've got a team that's coming here to record it. We're running it live.
So exciting.
We'll show the race as well. So, yeah, that is going to be very exciting. Can't wait for that to
Well, that's another geek
out
out for you, isn't it? But also our son's getting involved in that.
He might get involved with it.
He's like, oh, F1, okay, go on. Oh, and he does talk like this now. It's horrible. Okay, Mum.
I was saying the ATEM records 4 channels.
I've just seen myself. Yep, you keep going. I'm just doing a vanity thing. Go on.
Okay, so the ATEM itself records 4 channels on it. So it does individual recordings of each camera that you have in, or each input.
Yep.
Even though there's nothing plugged into 2 of them, it will still record that as well, and it just give me a black screen, and I'll delete that straight after. But it also records the cutting as well. So it does its own timeline where it does the cuts between my camera and your camera, and it gives me that as a timeline as well. And then if there is any issues, like it's cutting too much, or we spoke about something that like gone off topic,
It was
Or-
like I was chuckling at something and it cut to me when actually it could have just had that chuckle over the top.
Yeah, so we can still fix that. And they all have the same start point and end point. So you just line them up and then you just do the cuts where you want. There's audio on all the tracks. So if you just decide to take it out of the timeline and drop in, or if you do it in layers where you go, this is the base layer of the recording, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. Or if it hasn't worked how you want it, you can just do a full multi-edit cut.
So you could just go, oh, screw this. Like, here's that camera, and I'm going to self-do it like old school.
And we also record backup of audio into the Zoom.
Well, it's your vice, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, but it has an individual output for each camera input. So there's 2 mic inputs on the ATEM.
1, 2.
1, 2. But these mics go into the Zoom live track,
right?
Which is the device on the right as you look at it as you look at the shot. So that's recording these, and then you'll see there's 4 headphone jacks coming out.
Yeah.
So I have a monitoring rack, one for monitoring. So if there's an engineer or technician sitting with you, they'll be listening to that, make sure it sounds all okay, no interference, no background. There are 2 next to it, one for the my microphone going out, one for your mic going out, and that's going into the ATEM, into the 2 mic inputs, and that's where it's getting its audio feed from to know when to cut. And then the 4th one is for people on the show to have headphones
if they want to utilise.
And we have a splitter which goes between everyone, but that does mean you can hear everyone talking, which I know some people don't like hearing the sound of their own voice, but someone like you who loves it, it's ideal.
I got used to it. I realise if you will have to put up with it, I better put up with it too.
Exactly.
Okay, there was a lot there.
Yeah.
My brain's a bit like, and I don't. I was going to say, I know this stuff. No, I don't. It's the same conversations, right? Okay. So that also means that from an audio only perspective, you have the option to just put out audio only. But does that also mean that theoretically your audio is being recorded individually to mine? So if there is a moment where I cough or giggle or something and you're like, it's a pointless noise over the top. Not that I am ever a pointless noise, obviously. But if there was a distracting noise, I pinged the thing or dipped me coffee in there. That I haven't done that, I promise. I just worried I did for a minute. That you could...
Your ADH brain's on fire today, isn't it?
I just went to a spicy brain thing and I'm like, oh, this is normal. Okay, cool. Spicy brain collective. I was like, oh, yeah.
Okay, so ask your question.
What was one?
Ask the question you were asking.
That you could delete that section of my audio because I've twanged the mic.
Yeah, so each line camera goes into the Zoom individually. So they're recorded individual tracks. It also records a master track. So into the Zoom, the device on the 8, the audio. But the ATEM itself also records each input individually.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can I explain it? If each camera had its own audio going out to the ATEM, so it would be able to do it through the HDMI inputs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if your cameras allow for that to happen.
So your cameras have mics on them as well.
Yeah.
That theoretically, because they're plugged in HDMI, and I'm doing this because I'm following that wire, that also could be recording sound as well.
Yeah.
But the difference with that is obviously it doesn't pick us up individually. It picks the sound of the room up.
Yes, exactly. But it would do each of those tracks individually if they're turned on. But we only have mic 1 and mic 2 inputs.
Who's he?
Microphone 1 and microphone 2 inputs, where it is these microphones that are connected direct to it through the Zoom, through their individual lines and channels. So
which, on the studio deck, as you're looking at it, is the yellow and orange wires.
Yeah, that's these microphone wires that you'll see from here. And you'll see there's 2 in the top left corner of the ATEM. There's 2 little red lights.
Ah, yeah.
That's just because I've turned the microphone inputs on.
Ah, look at that light switch over. You do it.
What, talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the camera changing.
Yeah, I know, but it's cool. But we were looking at the top lights, right? Yeah, top lights.
So that's because I've turned the microphones on. And now those are recorded individually as their own inputs. Mic input 1, mic input 2.
How worried would you have been to have gone over to that example and that light not be on? That would have freaked you right out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I know it's on because it's cutting. It would if they're not on, it wouldn't cut.
Right.
But also it does an individual audio track for each camera input as well. So it does video only, which is with a master mix of the audio. So both inputs or all inputs that are turned on would be recorded in your each camera HDMI input. And then it does an individual audio for each camera as well.
Fancy.
Very fancy.
Mean, ultimately...
It's geeky and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even spoke about the software yet.
And for those that have kept up with this, well done. But also for those that, are, right, am I going to get everything I need from this recording? Like, I want to be able to walk away with options and choices as to how I utilise my footage and audio. Is all the options are there.
Yeah.
You'll get everything when you come and utilise the studio in that space as the... What are we calling it? Because I've only got the naughty word. I've only got the naughty one in my head. And I just know there's a...
It's just when you hire a studio, it's the automation. It's the automated studio.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So
it's much politer than the one we...
Yeah. You come in here, you film it, and you go away with the footage already done, already with the cut already done. We're not going to say the naughty way of saying it. And then all you got to do is add your titles to the top and bottom if you have them.
This is what I was going to say next as well, wasn't it? Right, because we had someone in the studio, their first visit with us, do a recording the other day, and we just said to them, like, ultimately, if you make any major blunders, which you're not going to, if it's conversational, that's what this is about. So there are stutters, there are there are ahs, and those things are... See, that'd be weird because I know you also have a software. I hope it doesn't try and get rid of those.
No, I don't tend to do it. Well, we've done a study into it, and the people that we asked were it makes it feel real.
It's different audio only, but from a video perspective.
And when you think AI voices are now including ers, and those sorts of things, it's clearly the reason for that is because people expect it.
The psychology around it.
And they want it to feel more human, more relatable. So saying ers, if you're saying it every 5 seconds, and I have stopped people mid-record and going, you're saying it too much.
Yeah.
Like all you're trying to do is fill a space, fill an empty void of noise, and you don't need to do that. You can sit in silence for a second.
You can take a breath. It's not I say it's not silence, obviously it is. We're not expecting you to go...
That was horrible.
I knew you'd love that one. But it is sort of when you're asked a question to go, well, actually, Ben, what I feel is and go on from that. Like, you are entitled to take that second to just absorb the question and know the answer.
Yeah, think about it.
You know the answer, so know your response, how you want to structure.
I like how some people do it, where ask me a question.
What's your favourite colour?
What is my favourite colour? Well, so if I really think, and that is...
You're like, whoa. That was a very long version of you doing that, but I get the example you've given.
But you can ask the same question again.
What's your favourite colour?
Well, my favourite colour is... orange, because I just think it's so bright and wonderful and I love it.
Yeah. And it's funny, isn't it? Because we was talking about this. I know we're kind of going off on a tangent around that, but...
That's what I'm going to cut it out.
I'll just make this something else. But I was talking to someone about it last week about like how much do we script people? Do we send them questions? So when you can do the one-to-one strategy call with me, where I basically interview you, get loads of content from you, and then turn that video into content for you. Or I can send you everything that we've got out of it and say, here's all the content you could take out of that video, whichever way around you want to do it. They asked me and said, do you pre-send the questions? And I was like, respectfully, no. The reason I don't do that is because people script them.
Yeah.
And when people script them, they then are sat there not giving me their knowledge on what they actually know. They're giving me the answer they wrote down and that they're now trying to remember.
The answer that they wrote down and probably put through ChatGPT to answer it.
Right, exactly that. So we are much more natural, like conversational. on this style of podcast, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference as well. There are different structures to your video podcast and video content. So some things will need to be absolutely scripted. And we've got the teleprompter to do that too.
Yeah. If you're doing direct to cameras, like where it's short, sharp, factual content, have it scripted. If you're giving facts and figures, have it scripted. Things need to be right, your hook should be scripted. Your outro, your call to action, I'd recommend is scripted, but it doesn't have to be. The conversation, the content itself can be free-flowing and conversational. If you are doing a solo episode, script as much as you can, maybe do bullet points to help you but stay on track.
Yeah.
I personally would script as much as possible right now. Because it helps me. It
depends on the person, if I'm honest.
It helps me kind of. I think there's so much going on in my head right now at the moment that a script helps me not go off and start thinking about something totally random. A script would help you as well in that sense. But.
Shut up.
As a bullet, and there's lots of facts, figures, and information that I want to give. So it is. Educational content, I feel like it needs to be more scripted, more structured. So
more structured, I would agree with. I'm not going to say necessarily more scripted when it comes, but again, are we talking about the same type of video here?
Not because for a podcast.
No.
For the YouTube channel.
For your YouTube channel and creating a learning video or a teaching video, whatever, an information structured video, absolutely there needs to be a strong structure, and I would recommend a script.
Yeah.
Yes. When it comes to a podcast, even a solo podcast, the whole reason you're doing that, and there are underlying issues, but the reason we would recommend you going into a podcast is to make you more relatable, is to be seen, to see who you are. And a lot of people, as soon as there's a script in front of them, transform into someone they're not. So having a clear structure with I want to hit these points and then a self-conversation over that particular point, I would absolutely suggest that's how it's done. And you maybe have 3 to 5 bullet points in front of you, but have a timer as well. Have a clock you can clearly see counting. So you know that, right, I've got 3 points I want to hit. This is a 30-minute episode. I'm going to have a bit of an intro and a bit of an outro. I've probably got 20 minutes to play with in the middle. I'm already worried about my math that I've got to do here. I've probably got about 6 minutes on each topic, but also there's a bit of wiggle room in that to allow me to go off on a tangent or remember something, go off on a story and then but I also know I've got to bring it back because there is a timer there.
But we have developed the perfect tool for this because an episode planner is
I was like,
is what we've created to help with that. So the idea of our studios of YVT is to make your podcasting as easy as possible for you, and as impactful for your audience as it can be.
Yeah.
That's what our goal is. It will grow your business. It will fuel your marketing. And we need to go back on subject because I want to talk about the software itself.
Okay. So there's so much there, right? And there are so many more
You're going back off again, aren't you?
No. There are so many conversations, and I feel like in my head I'm like, okay, we definitely need to come up with some more. We need some more of these conversations. Create those. So, software. What is it about the software you really want to get across to me right now?
Well, it doesn't work without the software.
What?
So all that kit and stuff that I've shown you, doing its job, it doesn't work without the software.
Oh.
The other bit that I spent the money on.
I mean, I felt like that was I felt like that was a given. Maybe that's me being a bit dense. I don't know. But the software isn't that.
No.
That's
the hardware.
Well, that's hardware. That's equipment, which you could manually, like, prior to you investing in this, and I'm going to call it investing, not wasting money, because this one's actually a good one.
It's not wasting money.
No, it's been very helpful. But you would, and it doesn't stop you doing this, but when people buy into our full heroic video podcasting package where they have you as a producer, you're sat at the desk,
Studio deck, yeah.
The studio. Damn it! You're sat at the studio deck, and you can be manually doing that, which is what you used to do.
Yeah.
Right. So that machine, Ben would sit there, and you see the lights flicking between us both. Is Ben goes, oh, this person's talking now. Oh, this person's talking now, and then it just made your editing slightly easier the other side because you would.
Yeah.
There were a few points and you'd just make a note.
Yeah, or I'd record each camera individually, each audio line individually, line it all up, cut it with multi-camera edits, which there are AI tools that can help with that now as well, with things like Autopod, DaVinci Resolve, the full package
Shebang.
does that as well. Maybe Final Cut will bring that in the future, I don't know, but it doesn't right now. But for it to happen live at an event, and imagine that we're at a conference.
So this
Imagine
is like
that
YBT on the road.
Potentially. What you do need is a router or somewhere, because it has to plug. So the software and the ATEM have to be on the same internet system.
Yep.
And you put the ATEM on there through an Ethernet cable, and then the iPad, the software, would connect to it through its IP address that it creates or has created. Geeky, I know. Mm-hmm. But that just means that this can talk directly to the ATEM, which does all the cutting. But the software is called Mix Effect.
Oh, you're just giving it out there. Like, here, have it.
Yeah. Well,
you need the hardware to go with it.
They'll find it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I like it. I like the fact we don't gatekeep anything. Like, ultimately, again, we're back to this whole. I'm just going to put my cup down. We're back to this whole. You are capable. You can do this. You have the power. You're very, very capable of doing this. Do you want to sit and invest in all of this for that?
Yeah. This is the cheap bit as well. But the software there. I would sit in the green room. If they are just hiring the studio, I will sit in the green room and monitor what's going on with this.
Yeah.
Because I can see it changing between cameras.
Well, you did this the other day with Lewis, who came in and utilised the studio, and we were sat there and literally for about 10 minutes it was the newborn baby moment, wasn't it, where you just sit and watch them breathe, and we were just sat there like, oh, that camera hasn't moved for a second. We was like, maybe he's talking for a long time. Oh, I don't know. Wait, hang on a minute. We're still recording.
Put our ear up against the wall just to make sure that
yeah, and then we saw that happen. We were like, oh no, it's okay. The other one's now talking. This is all right.
Yeah, but this software is you have to set it all up so it's cutting at the right points, at the right volume, at the right camera. Like, you tell it where you want it all to go and how you want it to happen. It's got a lot more other stuff as well. So when we upgrade, say, the ATEM itself to the extreme, then we can do more. So you were saying about the input of my camera, your camera next to each other.
Oh yeah.
Then we could make that an angle on this software where it would automatically do that.
Oh, so you wouldn't necessarily need a third camera.
No.
But what
and it does it, and you can make it do a smooth
not
transition.
That you're having it, but what bit needs updating at that point?
That would be the ATEM. It would be going from the ATEM ISO Pro to the ATEM ISO Extreme, and that would have 8 camera inputs as well as having
8 camera inputs. But I suppose again, this is all helping with those scenarios. I mean, Danny Wallace, particularly today, the day of recording, but. A lot of you may have seen that she ran a marathon, an interview marathon. Now she's using StreamYard.
StreamYard, yeah.
I believe she's using StreamYard. I'm sure that was a discussion.
It's StreamYard, yeah.
And on that, you can have like all the animations coming up and things like that. But again, utilising a tool like this would then allow you to have those multi-windows where if she needs a wee, she can play an advert.
Yeah, you can have media lined up on the ATEM ready to go. So you hit media 1, that's advert 1, media 2, that's advert 2, and things like that can all be lined up through that. I mean, it is not a cheap piece of kit.
What, that?
The ATEM.
Oh, okay.
But it's for us, it's a worthwhile bit of kit to have invested in.
I think... it goes back to or evolves from the fact of what is, and we have this comedic rivalry with Louise Brogan. A video podcast isn't a podcast.
Yeah, it's a show.
It's a show. And she isn't wrong.
Nope.
She's absolutely right. Ultimately, you could argue although I wouldn't because it's not, is what Graham Norton does. The Graham Norton Talk Show is a video podcast.
Well, what's the difference between a video podcast and a TV show? The size of the microphones and the size of your crew.
Right, but also, well, but again, we could do everything that he does on that show.
Yeah.
Because we have versions where we could have different mics, lapel mics, and run it that way. We could have it, you're looking at me like, but we could do that. And ultimately, we have a lot of automated systems that are supporting.
We do that for our...
with the Kent Business Show. Well, I don't have these mics, do I? No. So, exactly. So, theoretically...
The reason that
don't tell her this, but Louise Broken's right. And this is just a show, a TV show, not a thing, because it comes out weekly.
And people aren't searching for TV, how do I make my own TV show? They're searching for how do I make a video podcast. So that is it. It is a show.
Yeah.
It's hard to call it a podcast because podcasts are audio first. And you do have to make sure with this show that you create for yourself, do need to concentrate heavily on audio. Make sure you have quality microphones. Make sure it sounds nice. Make sure you have a treated room. Make sure it is of a high quality. But then your lighting needs to be high quality if you turn it into...
The perfect example, absolute perfect, Traitors Uncloaked. That is a half an hour visual podcast where you watch it. And then Ed Gamble goes, and now you're going to continue the conversation on BBC Sounds, where... They literally sit there, carry on the conversation. They just stop visually recording it.
Yeah.
But it's exactly that,
yeah,
right?
and he's got big microphones because it's a podcast. They could do it with lapel mics. It's really...
But they call it a podcast. So we have to... Because it's a podcast, this is the look of a podcast, right? I wish this wasn't. It's not on his show. Seriously, look at it. It like flattens my whole... I look like a nun. I feel like The Sound of Music. This is not how my hair should be, Ben Bryant. This is how my hair should be. Oh, it sounds so
Did you wash it? No. So is that how your hair should be?
Yeah, because it's got life now. It's been living for a week. See, look at that. It's completely different. Oh, I changed screens. I didn't see where I went. I mean, it doesn't hair. It blends. It doesn't hair. It doesn't help. It blends into the blue background. I can't see it properly.
That looks fine.
See, look, life. This is what you're just jealous.
So you're not wearing...
It does weirdly though. I am going to have to put my headphones on because I feel like I'm shouting at you because you have headphones on.
Yeah. You don't need
but
to be so... Stop loud. Stop it. Headphones have a psychological effect.
Fine.
Stops people talking over each other. Stops people getting louder and louder. If we didn't have headphones at the Big Festoon, you wouldn't have been able to do any of those interviews.
No, I know. And what really makes me laugh on the Big Festoon is that obviously these mics are also very good at drowning out everything else. And that was loud at the Festoon.
Yeah.
Really loud. And you'll see the difference in the March one we went to and the October one, because March we did without headphones. And the conversation's also very different because I'm like that. Concentrating so hard on what that person's just saying to me over the let's get loud music and Danny talking and everything else. Whereas when we were in the studio with these, there are points when I'm actually whispering like this. But actually I didn't need to whisper because you can't hear.
And also...
Because you can hear me nice and clearly.
Yeah, and prevent us from interfering with the actual show itself. So
which is why we ended up with 75 interviews because we had to stop the first year when they were on stage because we were clashing with them, which absolutely is not what our intention is. What are you laughing at? Why are you
Nothing, I'm just checking the time. We've been going for ages.
No, we have not.
30 odd minutes.
Oh, shut
Well, it's been recording 30 minutes. We didn't start for a few minutes.
You didn't start straight away. But yeah, we stuck the headphones on and then all of a sudden, and funnily enough, because they have people going around sort of going like, if it's getting loud and that... New venue this year, so that this won't be a problem. But obviously if it was getting loud when people were on stage, it was distracting, and that's not what we wanted. It was about those on stage telling their story and things like that. But at one point someone even came to us and was like, you guys are the quietest here, which is really weird.
Yeah, for people that are talking throughout the whole day, you are the quietest.
We were The quietest. But anyway, yes, amazing.
So this studio is available to hire.
This is, okay, we've spoken about a lot that we do, but ultimately your call to action is, do you want a studio space? Do you want it easy? Do you want to walk away with a podcast, multiple podcast episodes?
Do you want to just film it and then off?
That. Recorded in a day, gone, and all you've got to do is go home, add the front, add the end, and upload it.
If you decide to do that.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here we are. And if you want to design your own studio, you can come in and screw this up as well and change things up. And I mean, you've crammed a lot on there right now.
I know. But
Ben just grabbed me for this one. I was not in preparation of sorting this out.
It's not that bad. It's got our glasses from our events. It's got the books that you've never read.
A lot signed them though.
Yeah.
They're all from my friends.
Oh, even got
There's Louise Broken's. Oh, no, hang on. No, that's a Naomi Holbrook's. Oh, that was the wrong one.
Raise your visibility on LinkedIn. Is Louise
Oh, there she is.
Broken.
Oh, I couldn't see it from this angle.
Just there.
Oh, don't point to that one because the one next to it I acquired accidentally.
No clapperboard with all people's stickers on?
Stickers, audacious.
It's not that busy. It's not that bad. Anyway, the other reason that we're in here doing it in this studio with the automated system is that it's due to go out tomorrow.
What is?
This episode.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I need to say the date just to make sure it went out that day.
Maybe.
Does it actually go out on the Tuesdays? Is that when we release?
Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll have to double check when it went out last week. Maybe it's Thursday.
I feel like...
Today's Monday.
Oh, we said it now. Today's Monday, the 19th of January.
It's due out this week.
Okay.
And
well, yeah, it's
be.
definitely.
All right. Say bye.
But don't ever, ever date your podcasts. Make them evergreen.
Say love you bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you bye.